I like what this quote said. It was like, once I see you play with people that love you, I stay away from you. Because some people really think they cocky and they got it like that. That somebody's going to help them. You know, like you did. And I had to stay away from ungrateful people like that. Another thing I learned in life is when I used to just be so aware that, like, you being in a home and your parents, whether it's a mom or a dad, they ain't someone toxic, and you in a room and you waiting for something to happen, like you hearing the sound, you trying to break up the fight. Because it's like, whether the parents subconsciously or unsubconsciously aware, it's like they teaching you a pattern that's okay, and like they want that to play in your life. Sometimes that's why I don't like, you know, not coming from much. You feel me? Because it's like, at a young age, I was taking my life serious, and I knew I should have. I was just around people that didn't want to take their life serious. You know, in your 20s, I can give you the best advice to keep your credit good, high. Stay away from people who don't care about their credit, that don't care about what's going on. They ungrateful. They don't appreciate if you, like, because the thing is, why I tell people to watch what you do is because when my Uncle Gary passed away, he was shocked when I had like $300 under my bed, but I just gave him 40 because he only wanted 20, but I gave him 40 because I was 12 and I knew $20 ain't shit, because I'm calculating gas, bills, thinking about this shit, and I'm 12 years old. A 12-year-old supposed to be playing with dolls, ain't supposed to be, but I'm so self-aware because someone kept traumatizing me, okay? And you gotta realize that when you around people who don't care about the little things, the little help, and this is, God tests both people in both, and you gotta say thank you, and you gotta be grateful, because then God will see that you really are, you know, a child of God. But when you not, you gonna always want more. And like, even the Scorpio said it, like, sometimes I think it's in Proverbs 30. Yeah. The greed of money will get people to do the most craziest things that you wouldn't even imagine. That's why when you see someone trying to mess up your business and you trying to sell food and make a living for yourself, or, you know, trapping, you feel me? I remember somebody was like going off because I was saying like there was a time where trying to flip this to this, and you know, if you know 420, you know what 420 on everybody do on that day. And when people do that, it just show you sometimes people just want greed and control, and they don't want you doing good, even when you already came off looking good. Sometimes I learned that in your 20s, you gonna suffer more trying to be a savior to everybody else, and you only supposed to save you. Especially when you grow up in a trigger home where people pleasing, and you think you, as the oldest, where you take care, you know, you think it's your responsibility to help this person, that person, that person, and you do more than enough. You bought your sibling a car. It's like, you're not supposed to be taking care of a person for their livelihood. And some people try to burden you with that. I also seen, if you don't have your money together, people who don't have their money together either, and you around them, they can mess up your mental health, especially if they know you have depression, anxiety. Because I used to pray for a year. I used to even give up on praying. I was like going through so much, losing a friend, a father figure, another father figure, and it was just like, even with my friends losing their loved ones, and somebody was trying to break me when I was already down. Those people, don't you ever trust them. Ever in your fucking life. Ever. The same ones where you knew they was down and they needed somebody, and they didn't even have to call you. You checked on them, and they betrayed you. Don't you ever, like with 21 Savage, I disrespect you respectfully. It's almost like I'm hearing that, it's like that song keep playing in the background as I'm speaking. Amy, I go back to black. Because, like, protect yourself. Okay? Yeah, say I love you, but don't like, even when the emotions get there, don't suppress it, feel it, but don't dwell in it. Observe, but don't absorb. And also, like, seek guidance, but also seek for yourself. Because sometimes some of these guidance, some of these older folks, they really ain't caring about their blessing because they're not serving God. They don't want to guide people to their highest good. Okay? Because it's always about them, me. Oh, I wasn't thinking the way you was thinking. Who cares? Because some people ain't going to tell you they was very lustful. They had Jezebel spirits on them. They was all into how they can get that sexual healing, and that's that temporary gratification, that quick come up. It ain't last. It just went to spending it to people who probably didn't even care about them. If you don't learn to prioritize yourself, that is going to be your biggest downfall. Another thing I learned in my 20s, don't give somebody a second chance to show you they don't fuck with you. Friend, family member, don't do it. Sometimes it been 10. Because, it's just like that rapper. He would say, like, I forgot his name. You could comment if you remember him. He's the one who loved his girlfriend. Sometimes you can give somebody, they got 6, they got 12, they got 20. Once somebody run out of so many chances playing with you, let them go. Ain't no rekindling. This ain't no Kindle book, okay? You can't rewrite what they did. Fuck a twin flame, fuck a karmic twin flame, a catalyst twin flame. Sometimes you be under a spell. And it even sucks when someone even goes to that length to put you under a love spell and not even love you. Or, you was stigmatized or whipped to the point you sometimes even this person was telling me, and we friends, Scorpio and a Capricorn, we was all talking, and it's like sometimes people be really shocked when it's over. How you shocked? You think somebody is gonna tolerate? It's like you stumping on their heart, cheating on them, disrespecting them, spending their food and telling them here, eating it, watching them eat it, and then you disrespecting like that, them, and then kikiing around your friends. You do not trust nobody like that. Okay? And have the highest confidence for yourself. Once you say you're gonna do that dream, don't tell nobody. Get it done. Figure it out step by step. Unless you grew up in a household where there's people that's genuinely going to support you, genuinely going to see you good. Like the Air family, her grandma, her granddad, her mom. That's genuine love. Ari the Don, her mom, the way she look out for her kids, that's love. There's some people, I used to say this, I ain't trying to piss off my ex. It was just kind of funny. Some people just be having kids for tax write-off. And when I say that, it's the expression meaning like they ain't had no purpose of raising you. They try to make every excuse. They was trying their best. But if you seen and you so self-aware that your parents talk about, oh, you wouldn't survive what I went through with their parents, and you see that whatever their parents did to them, I don't care how loud that molar is, whatever their parents did to them, and they this is the parents, the grandparents, and this is your parents, whatever their grandparents did to them, which is their parents, and you see that now they doing that to you, just know that's a narcissist, and they so subconsciously aware of what the fuck they're doing. They're so subconsciously aware. Because me and the therapist and a lot of people was talking about that. People like to lie to themselves. Some people won't say, like, this is why I like Leon. Through Leon eyes, because it was like a part that he said that was so freaking real. People make it seem like they had a good life. No, you didn't. Because people think, you know, her mom or dad raising you is just giving money and then leaving you at a home that you don't even know if your kid is safe at. That's not raising a kid. Or some people think being in a relationship is just checking in on a person. It's actually planning spontaneous dates, giving you flowers. Someone being very thoughtful, someone who loves to see you smile and be happy. Not plotting to see you happy, and then once they got you happy, they want to cheat on you and then make you feel jealous because they got somebody else. Something I wish someone told me that I knew when I was 21. If you had to question someone, they're not for you. Okay? If you seen a grown adult seeing that you had a passion for something and crush your dream, don't trust that person. Some people are very miserable. I will never forget Mike, how this is a millionaire telling me advice that own a business, and we was agreeing to something where there's a difference when you have a career and a job, and when you have a passion. Because like, go for something that you love to do and you know it's gonna make you money. Because some people out here are just working for the money, and that's why they're miserable. They're never satisfied and they're never happy, because money don't bring happiness. It does when you have bills and you're stressed for the meanwhile. But Juice WRLD, I knew what he was saying when he said that quote. You gotta work. Like, even when I see people who love hair, they actually have a passion. They may be tired some days, but they love seeing their clients smile. They love the ones who like to do fashion and make sure they client that don't may know how to dress, but they dress them up and they be putting that shit on. They love to know that they designed that or pick the look to make them look good. Even the hair assistant, like finding someone who cares about you genuinely. You have to have a circle that wants you to do good. Okay? Another thing I learned in my 20s, I wish someone had told me, do be kind, but know your limits. Don't let people think that God ain't protecting you or God ain't there. Because I promise you, the ones that been doing wicked, that serve, even the family members that you seen that was tearing one another down, they serving another entity. Because if they was following the Bible, there is no excuse, because there's a pattern. When people keep doing a pattern over 10 years, that shit's dumb. I learned that the hard way. Okay? That shit is in them, and that's dumb. That's who they are. Okay? When you see someone like you only for money, they only like you for money. Okay? Sometimes live with your parents and play court with them. Sometimes I like to say play chess then checkers, and act dumber than you seem off, even when you smart. Because sometimes when you have them haze, when you came off a long shift and I was drained, I remember somebody was trying to start arguing with me and I was not paying no attention because I was so drained. Then the next day I was like, wow, I really played that off cool. Because sometimes people are so disrespectful when you rent a room and you're in your 20s and people be like just throwing people under the bus left and right, where I be seeing people being like, oh, I will never want to be 28 living in my own apartment now, got nothing to eat. That's just being rude. You don't know if that person's going through something. Or it could be like, oh, I can never be living with my parents and going through X, Y, and Z. This is what they have to put up with. They don't want their parents acting like this. Okay? So it's like, when you in a situation, make sure you're saving every penny. When you get paid, especially with ADP, you go set up your account to put 20% here or 10% into your account, and another 10%. Sometimes have 2 jobs, but let your parents know 1 job, especially if you know one of your parents is a hater, bro. Sometimes I know people who came across me who said, like, bro, how do you keep yourself busy? If I don't like being at home, I'm going to be at work. The only time I'm home is to shower, sleep, and eat. That's it. And then I'm back outside. Because sometimes when people see that you off, they'll even try to ask you, oh, can you help pick up this person? That's not your responsibility. Set the boundary if you can. If you cannot, because some people are so threatful, especially when they know you're not on a leave, they will throw you out, even if you gave them the month of rent. So sometimes you have to play along with it. Okay? and save every dollar. Sometimes you're going to have to put the Shein, the wigs, the nails, the shoes, my guy, the tape behind. Make everybody think that you bummy, because sometimes people want you to feel so low like them. If you know, if you very self-aware, they want you to feel so low, and pay attention. Pay attention to that family member or whoever in your household trying to make you feel miserable without money, because they feel like if you had the money, because some of these parents are so evil. I'm telling you, the ones in y'all 20s, because y'all will relate to me. They will know that you want your own space, because the shit they're putting you through, the mental stress they putting you, cause you anxiety, depression, making you feel like you ain't shit without a dollar, or if you had money, you would have the freedom to have your own place and your mental clarity and your peace and prosperity. Those people are not of God. I swear to you. I swear to you. This is why I love Lord Jesus Christ, because God will make you think that the enemy got you. But God said, no, I got you and I got them, because now I see them for who they are. And yeah, they can repent and change their ways. But sometimes God is so clear. He knows that some people ain't gonna never change. So, like, especially if you know your family put on a show in front of their friends, and some of their friends know, but they don't say shit, and they just accountable with that shit too, because they're not helping you, and they don't say nothing, but they know your dad is either jealous of their son or their mom is jealous of their daughter. That shit's crazy. Should I know in my 20s? Don't co-sign for nobody's car. Don't co-sign for nobody, no friend phone or boyfriend. Take care of yourself. I promise you, being selfish is gonna show people, damn, she really love herself, because some people out here be trying to play you and use you as their pawn, and they make you feel stupid for looking out for them. Okay? Find what you want to do, because I noticed, even me and my friend Princess, we'll talk about it, Black Beauty, go subscribe to her channel. We would talk about it, bro. If you work a job just for it because it paid, you're going to feel miserable, or you're going to go through mental aspire, because yeah, you like the job, but then sometimes there's always that manager's trying to ruin it. And every time you try to go on vacation, try to not tell them where you're going. Say you're just going to visit somebody that is not feeling well. Somebody who worked at HR for 20 years told me that, because she said there's a lot of managers that's very jealous, and the reason why is because they don't save, they overspend, and they love to gossip. People nowadays love to gossip. There ain't many people out here trying to uplift except the older heads and some healed people. A lot of people is enjoying being unhealed, and coming from a healed person, I tell you right now, keep your prayer routine with God. God is so good. I promise you. Mark 9 verse 23. God is so good. There's another verse that I was just meditating on yesterday. What was that one? It was Proverbs. But I'm going to give you Psalms 112, Psalm 54, Psalm 60, and Psalm 63. Because, bro, I promise you, Philippines 4 verse 16. Yeah. Ecclesiastic, even when it says in Ecclesiastic chapter 6 verse 14 where you need two people, I be using God as my partner, because sometimes even when I be in a relationship, even enduring this good healthy relationship, not dealing with someone who's triggering me or trying to use me, it's just I don't want to lose my connection with God. I don't want to be so in love. I want to be so in love with myself and focus on myself that I want to let that shit build, because sometimes I feel like people ruin the 6 years or the 3 years, or why they get bored of people is because they did everything so fast. I like to take it slow. Be so busy that you working on your millions, you working on your 6 figures, you working on your 50K, 10,000. Don't ever, another thing I wish, don't ever let nobody make you believe that it ain't possible for you. Get into a routine, working out, make it seem like somebody is a man or a woman. This message is for you. Got to play broke in order to make it out. Pay your parents that rent and just be cordial with them, because I promise you, the one that God do not like evil. You get taxes if you stay with them for 2 years, each tax year you get $2,000. You save that, because there was one kid I used to work at a fast food. He was so weird with the money, and he was like so obsessed with talking about saving money, like he knew it all. Man, one thing I did took from him, because this is the advice I gave to him, but one thing I took, he said, always put up 20%. And he said, if you can, make sure you could just eat from home, even if you don't like it. That would save you so much money. So much money. But I hope this helped. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because this is stuff I wish I knew when I was 21, because I was on the right path. I just chose to trust people. And I promise you, I know this might take a lot of energy, but DMX said it right. Like, it takes too much energy to not trust them, but trust that is a snake in everybody. Okay? Because some people can't control their jealousy. Understand this. I really would say don't trust no one, but trust yourself to know that you need to always be aware. Because I always tell my friend that, and his dad was saying the same thing. I always say, look around. Everybody is a celebrity. You don't know what people... There's people out here that, since inflation went up, rent go up, they're not making ends meet. Working regular jobs. Let's say Marshall went, and they don't like that they're struggling. And some people, it's at their breaking point. You always got to look around. You never know. That person that you beat their ass, they probably still holding a grudge and just waiting for you to slip up. Or that crazy unhinged ex that is obsessed with you sexually, or that crush that wanted to be with you, but only for less things, is just watching you. But I promise you, my God is so good. And your God, Lord Jesus Christ, I hope whoever you believe in, Allah, power to the Most High, they are protecting you. Because I'm telling you, something about the higher power do not like evil, bro. They do not. It don't make no sense for you to be wicked, because there's a lot of older heads, and some people are just wicked because of the money they don't have. And sometimes they just want to be rude because they so hurt. They want to make someone have a bad day. And once I subconsciously know that, especially in hospitality and business and doing yard sales and working with people, and people will try to snatch the bag or do, I'll just be like, okay. Because they can't take your energy, and they be mad. They be like, damn, she really see me for who I am. And they never do that shit again. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Don't give up on your dreams. In fact, believe that your dreams are going to happen. And watch your words. Because some of y'all don't realize in your 20s, your words manifest. That stress-free, carefree mindset that you have, I want you to be stress-free, but don't be careless. Watch what you do and think before you do. Don't burn bridges with good people that can help you. Don't think that you can outsmart the master. That means don't be a know-it-all when you don't know it all. Okay? Don't be moving fast, and don't be having unprotected sex, men or women. Please get a plan B. Diapers are expensive. Kids are expensive. And I'm tired of having friends that tell me their kids is a setback when it's really a blessing, because honestly, they should have learned a lesson. Some people, only 2 of my friends that told me like this, and they told me raw and uncut. They said it that they didn't really know what they was doing in life. So they was being careless, kept sleeping around until they made a baby. They wish they knew themselves, loved themselves, had self-esteem, and focused on their career and their path and saved their money, and then chose to have a kid. That is the truth. I even knew that before they even said it to me. Okay? Don't be doing stuff willy-nilly. That shit got consequences to it, okay? Don't let nobody make you feel like you got to have a kid to be mature or be liked by them, and then you struggling financially, and they don't care what you're going through because they already went through that. Some people won't even put you on even if you have a kid. You got to understand, you got to have the highest confidence, like that girl said, don't play with it. Like Naomi Campbell. Because, bro, I remember seeing her and Tyra Banks. Bro, those 2 amazing black women. I remember the first movie Tyra Banks was in, where it was like a Barbie. She killed that shit. You gotta know your worth, and only you will know your worth. If you say you worth $1 million, there's a reason why you say you worth $1 million. It's not because you only like all these expensive things and the nice designer and nice clothing. It could be that, but it's probably because of the lifestyle that you want to live. And you ain't trying to impress people. If you dream yourself in a penthouse, where's the elevator going to? That's your lifestyle. Nobody can tell you what you can have in your life. You are the creator. You can also watch him. He's great when it comes to affirmations. Okay. Have a childlike imagination. One thing, my favorite, Albert Einstein's my favorite philosopher. Imagination, bro. I'm tongue-tied because the shit I use with my imagination that came into fruition is fucking crazy. Even Bob Proctor. You better learn the laws. XXX always said the law of cause and effect. He actually cared. Don't let nobody stop your grind. Not even love. That could wait. I feel like in your 20s is a more importantly self-love and knowing who you want in your circle and who you should be around and who you should not be questioning and who you should know that is going to help you. And knowing that you have to be confident and not tolerate bullshit. Because sometimes the men who are narcissists, they go for the ones that don't know their worth. And it's because of the parents and the functional home that they didn't teach them their self-esteem or self-worth. And they're not even teaching that to themselves. So men or women, this is for men and women. Because you could be a man that went through a dysfunction and somebody preying on you, a woman, and seeing your weakness. You got to have so much confidence. Get your beard groomed up. Love yourself. Nails, toes clean. Keep yourself hygienically clean. Because the more you smell good, feel good, dress nice, you gonna love on yourself. And the more money you have saved, the more mental clarity you gonna have. I promise you. Because my friend always asked me how it feels when you had $4,000 saved. It felt good, especially when nobody knew. And everybody was calling me a broke bee and this and that. And then when I finally got my car, when I had 8, we were supposed to go get a car from auction, but I didn't. Because every time when someone left me alone, I always had to figure it out. Even though they say, oh, I got you. I'm going to help you figure. No, sometimes it's good to figure out yourself. Make sure you bring a mechanic or a man with you, especially if you're a woman, that they have the computer to check out the car before you buy it. Especially if you're buying a car cash. Okay? There's always that one family member you could trust, an uncle or auntie, whoever, a friend. You could even have a family. You can even have a friend who their parents are showing you how a healthy relationship with parents, mom or dad, and ask them for guidance. They will help you. I had that. Okay? I even had someone who was like, I didn't know nothing about credit, and they wanted to disclose. And when I tell you they was rich, because it was like they would give me looks and then give their child look. Like, you see what she, and it won't make me feel bad because I'm like, I come from not much, and I was like not being disclosed information to uplift me. So at least I had the common sense that my granddad would say to ask questions, because I'm not gonna sit there and just be like, oh, I don't want to know what credit, because it seems very important, you know. But that's all I got for you guys. This is things I wish I knew when I was in my 20s, and I hope it helped. But I'm telling you, confidence is key, and faith, and pray with God day and night. He hears you. Especially if you see a blue jay bird or you see birds, God hears you. Especially if you see an eagle out of nowhere, just in a flow in the sky, that's your sign that God's listening to you. Even a butterfly could be significant. God do not want you to lose. That's why God said in the Bible, He do not want you to worry, stress, or fear. Those are things that's going to hurt you. That's why I always say, if an enemy's around you, a friend, a family member that's mistreating you, you questioning it, and they have you stressed, worrying, that causes diseases. That caused you to go to a grave at an early. You really don't love me if you really want me stressed, because you don't even want your parents some of y'all had took care of your parents even when they was in the best predicament, even when they was wrong, because you really thought finances or helping here was going to have them love you better and show them that they care, and it didn't. Okay? That's all I got. Bye, guys.